Yo, you know what it is. We're back for another one. You seen Streets react to part 1 and part 2. But today, we're taking it back. Back before the viral videos, before the global competitions, back when it was just the steel and the man who used it to survive. This isn't just about fitness. This is about the architects of the movement, the founding fathers who turned public parks into sanctuaries and bodyweight training into a global phenomenon. Welcome to NYC Calisthenics Exposed, Legends Edition. In the world of New York City calisthenics, names come and go, but one name stands above the noise. Giant, the bar father, the man who turned a pull-up bar into a global movement. Growing is a noble thing. That's what his name stands for, and that's exactly what he did. Hassan Yassin Bradley wasn't born a giant. He became one. Born around 1969, standing just 5'7". He jokes that he's the shortest guy with something really big to say. At 21, he hit rock bottom, incarcerated, isolated, and searching for a way out. Inside those walls,
83, I'm wilding, I'm getting money. 86, I'm getting money.
It was a lot of money at that time.
Big money.
Man. So you went to jail for what?
I went to jail for drugs.
What?
Yeah, we're selling drugs on the hill, Cherry Street, Avenue D, all over. And I wound up getting caught.
So what year you blew trial?
89.
What time? How much time they gave you?
4 to 12.
He found it. Bodyweight training, a way of escape. When he came home, he didn't just rebuild his body, he rebuilt his purpose. He became a New York social worker, specializing in character development and gang prevention. This wasn't fitness, this was redemption. Before YouTube, before Instagram, before street workout was even a phrase, there was Harlem, there were pull-up bars, and there was a small circle of trusted brothers grinding in the early 1990s. Between 1992 and 1993, the seeds of Bartendaz were planted. By 2003, 2004, the movement had a name, a mission, and a leader. Bartenders, a name chosen to flip the narrative. Not getting drunk at a bar, but getting strong on the bar. Giant's philosophy was simple but revolutionary. Natural movements, push-ups, pull-ups, squats, lunges, jumps, dips, planks. A blueprint for functional strength long before it became trendy. Every movement has its founding warriors. Transformer, Giant's brother, training at the Mecca, 145th and Lenox before the bars were even installed. Dr. G, the Imhotep of reps and sets, blending Tai Chi, mental health, and movement. Mr. NFL, preaching that training is for champions. Sam Stay Fit, the connector, training with celebrities like Terry Crews. Honeybee, 15 plus years in the trenches, known for flawless form. From Harlem blocks to Canada and Denmark, Bartendaz became a global regiment, spreading Giant's mind-up philosophy across continents. Giant didn't just build a team, he built a culture. He's widely regarded as a true father of modern calisthenics, influencing crews like BarStarzz and Bar-Barians. In 2012, Nike put him on the global stage with the Find Greatness campaign, his face plastered across NYC subways. Today, in his late 50s, he still lives by the mantra, health is wealth and movement is medicine. No NYC legend rises without friction, and Giant's story is tied to the 3 biggest philosophical clashes in bar history. This one was personal. Matrix was an original member, part of the 4-man nucleus. Matrix, Giant, Moms, Animal. But when Giant's Giant Thinking program became the public face, Matrix felt overshadowed. He left and created Team Bxtreme, pushing freestyle to the forefront. He later said his story began and ended with Bartendaz. A clean break, a painful one.
Bartendaz, it happened like it was an accident. There was 4 people who made up the original Bartendaz, because I don't know where this story was coming from. It was me, Giant, Mums, Animal. It was 3 workout dudes. Animal, me, and Mums, and there was the program dude. He wasn't a workout person. He didn't work out.
Before the world knew the term freestyle calisthenics, before 360s, bar spins, and explosive transitions went viral, there was one man in New York City doing it first. Matrix, the architect of chaos, the pioneer of creativity, the man who turned discipline into art. His influence didn't come from textbooks or certifications. It came from the streets, the parks, the bars, and the fire inside him to do something nobody had ever seen. Matrix wasn't just another athlete. He was a founder, a visionary, and the driving force behind Team Bxtreme, one of the earliest crews to push calisthenics beyond reps and into expression. In the late 1990s and early 2000s, when NYC bar culture was still raw and undefined, Matrix was already experimenting with movements that looked impossible. These weren't workouts, they were performances. Team Bxtreme became the bridge between old school discipline and the new era of creativity. Alongside crews like the Rough Riders, founded in 2002, they helped shift the culture from military-style drills to artistic expression and community building. Before Team Bxtreme, before the split, Matrix was Bartendaz. This is where the story turns. The beef between Matrix and Giant wasn't about reps, tricks, or who was stronger. It was about leadership, credit, and representation. The core conflict Matrix felt that Bartendaz was a collective, but Giant was being positioned as the face of the movement, largely because he already had the Giant Thinking youth program and public visibility. This created tension. Who gets credit for the innovations? Who represents the movement publicly? Who defines the philosophy?
You give me 30 sets, you can have bartenders. You know what I'm talking about. Fake tricks. You can give me 30 sets of 10s, you can have bartenders.
Matrix eventually walked away. He created a new lane. Team Bxtreme became the home for athletes who wanted to push boundaries, break rules, and redefine what calisthenics could look like. At the heart of the rivalry was a fundamental disagreement about what calisthenics should be. Giant, posture intelligence, balance, discipline, social impact, and Matrix, creativity, explosive movement, freestyle innovation, artistic expression, breaking physical boundaries. Both were right, and both shaped the future. Matrix built style. He built fearlessness. He built the freestyle era. And whether people admit it or not, every spin, every trick, every viral freestyle clip today traces back to the man they call Matrix. If you're enjoying the video, make sure to subscribe. It's free and it helps the channel grow. Let's keep going.
There's only 2 monster teams, brother. Bartendaz, Beastmode. Everything else was a beautiful reflection of who he was.
Zef Zakaveli was born Devin Sousa, the 13th of June, 1977, in Brooklyn, New York, a product of the same streets that forged the entire NYC calisthenics culture. His journey started in 1996, not with inspiration, but with punishment. His brother made him do push-ups as discipline, and instead of breaking him, it awakened something inside him, a competitive fire, a hunger for mastery, a desire to dominate his own body weight. Before the bars, he was into BMX and skateboarding, but by his late teens, the pull-up bar became his world. Zef wasn't loud, he wasn't flashy, he wasn't spinning around the bar. He was silent, he was precise, he was deadly. His style was defined by extreme control, perfect technique, high volume endurance, and zero wasted motion. He didn't chase tricks, he chased mastery, and he created one of the most feared routines in bar history, the God set. 50 pull-ups, 1 muscle up, and 50 dips, all without letting go of the bar. This wasn't a workout, it was a rite of passage. Founded by Zef, the Bar-Barians became the elite crew of the street form world. If Bartendaz were discipline and community, and Team Bxtreme were creativity and freestyle, the Bar-Barians were warriors. Their mantra, strict form, no excuses, no shortcuts. To join the squad, you had to complete 5 muscle-ups, 45 dips, 30 pull-ups, 55 push-ups, and 5 muscle-ups, often under 6 to 10 minutes, perfect form or it didn't count. This test became the global standard for calisthenics entry challenges. The early roster was legendary. Rick Seidman, one of the earliest faces of the crew, appearing in mid-2000s viral videos. Jude the Beast, raw strength, brutal endurance, foundational to the Bar-Barian identity. Lee Wade Turner, the UK powerhouse, strict form, longevity, and international expansion. These men didn't just train, they set the bar for the world.
You know, when I started rolling with Giant, it was almost like I was inheriting beef that he had with everybody else. We had Bar-Barians. I can't remember, but like I said, Giant had a problem with basically everybody that was out.
This wasn't personal beef. It was ideology. Both were pioneers. Both built movements. Bartendaz had early TV exposure. Bar-Barians built the global standard. Both sides claimed foundational influence, and both were right in different ways. While other teams chased freestyle, the Bar-Barians chased perfection. Their requirements became legendary. Their strict form became the gold standard. Zef traveled globally, teaching the code, and the world listened. Zef Zakaveli didn't just build a team, he built a philosophy, he built a culture. He is the grandmaster of strict form, the architect of endurance, the man who turned pain into discipline and discipline into legacy. Something big is coming. We've been working on our new YouTube community designed to completely change how people improve their fitness. We're building a community where members can learn directly from experienced athletes, some of which we cover on this channel. This feature gives you daily coaching, whether you're trying to get your first pull-up, unlock advanced calisthenics skills, lose weight, build muscle, or simply become a more disciplined version of yourself. The community has a personalized path based on your goals. Access is coming soon. If you're interested in being one of the first people to test it, make sure you're subscribed and stay tuned for upcoming updates. While Zef was building a warrior culture, another force was rising in the shadows of the digital age. A force that didn't just master the bars, it mastered the internet. A force led by a man who understood something no one else in the scene fully embraced yet. The future of calisthenics wasn't just in the parks, it was online. Founder of BarStarzz, architect of the YouTube era, the creator of the first true digital calisthenics empire, and that man was Ed Checo. Born the 13th of June, 1988 in Washington Heights, Ed Checo grew up surrounded by movement, culture, and the energy of uptown New York. Before the bars, Ed went through what he called a wandering period, feeling lost, disconnected, and out of shape. His first inspiration came from his older brother, a college football player whose discipline lit the spark in Ed at just 11 or 12 years old.
Fast forward, 2009 come. I meet up with my friends from high school. His name is John, and his boy named Tony. And then they start hitting the gym. You guys always start pull-ups. They're like, oh, we want to do this cool that we seen on the internet. They were like, oh, he goes up, go like that. And I already knew what it was. I was like, oh, typewriter, I could do that. So I go up, go side to side, oh, do that. And then at 2009, I was like, yo, I should start my own crew to represent Uptown, you know? Because I started seeing these videos of like, not just bartenders, but Beastmode, Highlanders, Bar-Barians. And I was like, yo, that's so dope that they got all these little crews, like it's like underground. That's sick. So I was like, yo, I gotta make my own.
That's a fact.
But I made BarStarzz, and I bought a little camera. I showed myself how to edit and make videos, and I just started doing that ever since.
A digital movement. Ed grabbed the camera, hit the parks, and started documenting the reps, the tricks, the personalities, the culture, and the world responded. Under Ed's leadership, BarStarzz became the first true viral calisthenics brand. Over 1 million Facebook followers, over 170 million YouTube views, international chapters, global workshops, media appearances, sponsorships, and a new generation of athletes inspired by the screen. In 2011, Ed released the first BarStarzz DVD, The Ultimate How to Bodyweight Fitness. Then came digital programs like BTX, Beast on the Bars, turning freestyle calisthenics into a structured, teachable system. Ed didn't just build a team, he built the industry. BarStarzz wasn't just Ed, it was a movement powered by a diverse roster. Core founding members Ed Checo, the visionary, John and Tony, the original training partners, and Irvin Batista, the BarStarzz Espanol pioneer who sadly passed away in 2023. Christian Harrier was also an early influential member who met Ed at age 19 and later founded ThenX. After this video, check out how we dive more into how Chris Harrier became a symbol of calisthenics culture. BarStarzz wasn't just a team, it was a network, a community, and a global identity. Ed Checo didn't invent calisthenics. He didn't create the first crew, he didn't define strict form, but he did something nobody else could. He made it viral. He turned a local NYC culture into a worldwide phenomenon. He is the digital godfather of modern calisthenics. This next figure was the street general, a movement built not on cameras, but on energy, intensity, and mind over matter. The man they call Lord Vital, Beast, founder of everything is Beastmode, one of the purest embodiments of the golden era of NYC Calisthenics. Lord Vital's story begins in the parks of Brooklyn, the birthplace of countless bar legends. He wasn't chasing fame. He wasn't chasing views. He was chasing mastery. Vital taught that the mind fails before the body. This psychological approach became the backbone of his training and the reason his athletes push past limits most people never touch. Under Vital's leadership, everything is Beast Mode became known for high-density routines, brutal endurance, explosive energy, and a culture of mental toughness. Vital personally mentored Juice, who became one of the most influential athletes of the era.
Beast is one of the people I would consider a legend because of the system that he was able to create. He's a pioneer, and a lot of what we do today wouldn't happen if it wasn't for what he, the ground he put out, right?
Vital wasn't just a bar athlete, he was an artist. Under the name V12 Vital, he released multiple albums, blending street workout culture with Brooklyn hip-hop. His music became the soundtrack of Beast Mode. Raw, aggressive, and motivational. Lord Vital didn't chase the algorithm. He didn't chase sponsorships. He didn't chase virality. He chased intensity. He chased mind over matter. He chased Beast Mode. He is one of the purest embodiments of the golden era, a street general, a mentor, an artist, and a pioneer. Everything is Beast Mode isn't just a team. It's a philosophy, a lifestyle, a legacy. Beast Mode made noise everywhere they went, but nothing hit harder than the day Lord Vital and his crew invaded Hannibal for King's Park. Brooklyn energy storming into Queens, testing the bars, testing the atmosphere. But even in that takeover, everyone felt it. The presence of the man who built that park's reputation. The quiet warrior, the stoic master, the legend whose discipline shaped the entire culture. Hannibal Tyrone Lanham was born on the 4th of February 1978 in Jamaica, Queens, a neighborhood where discipline wasn't optional and survival demanded strength. His childhood was heavy. His father was incarcerated. He was raised primarily by his grandmother. Trouble was everywhere, and the bars became his escape. His parents named him Hannibal after the Carthaginian general Hannibal Barca, hoping he'd inherit the same warrior spirit, and he did. By 15 to 16 years old, Hannibal was already practicing calisthenics, a discipline he has kept for over 30 years. Training wasn't a hobby. It was protection. It was identity. It was purpose. In 2008, everything changed. A Granny Park video titled Hannibal For King hit YouTube, showing him performing impossible feats of strength with calm, surgical control. The world had never seen anything like it. The video went viral overnight. And the craziest part, at the time, Hannibal was reportedly living in a homeless shelter. That clip didn't just make him famous, it saved his life. From that moment forward, Hannibal became a global icon, a workshop leader, a clothing brand owner, and a featured athlete at international events. He didn't chase fame, fame found him. Hannibal's training style is defined by high repetition, strict form, and stoic endurance. He preached simplicity, consistency, and humility. No tricks, no flash, just mastery. He didn't talk much. He didn't brag. He didn't chase trends. He just trained. And in doing so, he became one of the most influential figures in the history of street workout. A symbol of what pure calisthenics looks like when stripped down to its essence. He is the king of control, the quiet warrior, the blueprint.
So, it's like, if you're gonna hate, hate. If you're not gonna hate, if you're gonna support, support. But do the right thing, do your homework, you understand?
From Harlem to Brooklyn, from Queens to Washington Heights, from strict form to freestyle, from warriors to creators, these legends built a culture that changed the world. Giant, Matrix, Zef, Ed Checo, Lord Vital, and Hannibal. Different styles, different philosophies, but one movement, one history, one legacy written on the bars. If you enjoyed this journey through the origins of New York calisthenics, drop a comment telling us who your favorite athlete is. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Move the pounds, yeah,